study project with PhD on Frege and Heidelberg. So he was a fan of Frege to try to convince us that the notion of truth of Frege was the right one. We can discuss this also in this project, but the notion of truth today is a very difficult one. We know that there are a lot of alternatives, facts, alternative truths, and alternatives, and everybody has its own truth, which is also fine. So what I want to present today is basically what we did the last 4 years in a project which was basically the development of the master course in visual computing. And the idea was to define certain models which should be in such a master course and try to get these models done in these 4 years. Hopefully, after 4 years, after 4 years, to have really a master in visual computing here at the University of Flanders, and to have a kind of exchange between the University of Kaiserslautern and the University of Flanders, where each master student passes 1 year in each university. So this was our initial idea, trying to get this done. So the question is, after 4 years, what have we achieved? Let me first
Está apagado. Prende el clicker del lado.
It works also. So the leaders of the two projects are well known to you. They are both here in this room. So my role in this project was basically trying to coordinate these two guys. It was really hard. And we had some partner institutions, basically the University of Leipzig, also have one student of mine, Dirk, which is here, and Santander, with Carlos, which is also here, and this is very nice. And all people from the whole program in these days here together, students with quality exchange, PhD students, and so on. So this is. But we had also some partners from the industry, because the idea was also to get some requirements from the industry, what kind of knowledge or what kind of tools would they like that the student should have, know, and can use. So this was the idea of getting some of these companies there involved, and also maybe some interesting tasks for our teaching material, basically as case studies in this for the course. This was the idea of involving the So here again, the motivation is the case. So development of the joint master level and master degree in visual computing. The second point was a very important one, which I think it's very important for all the universities in not only Colombia but in South America. The internationalization. We have a problem in Brazil, in Argentina, in Chile, everywhere, with the internationalization of the university. Because they don't have this international component, they are never going to be between the 50 leading universities of the world. So the rankings is international rankings. You will not see universities which have not made this process of internationalization. And this was also one of the motivations lead to a type of internationalization of the university. Here, find ways how to do this. Is it working? Oh, yes. So this was the second point. The third point is to one of the important ways of doing collaborative research is to have networks. So without networks, the groups disappear somehow after some time. They have a leader which is very interested that when the leader goes, the group disappears. So we have to make sure that the groups are somehow in networks, meaning that the other ones in the group are getting support and are known so they can take the role of the older ones. This was the third point. And the last one is basically try to design things such that the quality is sustainable. Now again, these typical words, sustainability and so on. So how to have a quality control which is not really afterwards to fill things and write just 5 papers out of questions and then say, okay, we are fulfilling our quality standards. No, quality has to be by design. I think this is important. The quality cannot be achieved afterwards by polishing things. You have to achieve quality by design. In order to realize this thing, we designed basically a scheme how the exchange and how the development of the models should be done. The idea was to use the infrastructure of the University of Los Angeles, having this summer school concept, which was there for many years. And in this summer course, each year, design a new model. Offer a new model for this master in visual computation. Since we had 4 years, we said, okay, we are going to do 4 of these models, which is quite very specialized models, which should be in the center of any master course in visual computation. This was the first, but this is not enough, because you can take the book, read it in 1 week. So the idea was to design this course in collaboration. So the one guy from Kaiserslautern or from Leipzig, and one guy from Andes, Ruiz, should develop or put the ideas together to develop these courses. And then the first version will be given by one here in the summer course. Once this was done, after the summer course, immediately we had a workshop. This workshop was to put some new ideas on it, what was missing, what should be done the next time. So this was the idea of this workshop. And the result of the course should be implemented in both universities. So in Kaiserslautern, the same course was adapted in the winter term. Here in Los Andes, the same course was given in the second term of the year. After that, a revision of the whole thing was done. So this was my idea of how to get quality by design, forcing people to do this process, basically. And I think we managed quite well. So this was the motivation to achieve all these goals we had. Okay, now I'm going too fast, I think. So now I can just show you some activities each year, so it repeats somehow. So the first year was 2015. We had decided to take a course of visual analytics, which is a center course, the core of any such a master course. And this was done before, at 1 year. I think 1 year in 14, yes, it was a beginning of such a course. And we decided to do it in this first course of basic. And the international seminar was on digital analytics and human-computer interaction. We put these things together. And there were speakers there, and we had a lot of 27 participants. And the idea was to have a participant from the Andes, a participant from the US, and other ones should also be there. And this was quite well to see in the composition. And they made the examination, the final examination, and so on. Also, to these activities, there were 3 kinds of tutorials in order to fulfill this condition given by the industrial partners. They said, oh, these guys should know this and this and this in any case. And we tried to fix this unknowledge with the kind of tutorials. The first one, which looks very innocent, the literature of research. So I think we had today a lot of comments, or very important comments on literature and research. How things were done 20 years ago. Nobody learned the lessons because they don't read the literature and they don't even know the people which wrote at these things 20 years ago. So this is an important thing which every student in master course, even in undergraduate course, should know and should use. And today it's easier than in our times when we had to look at some university library. Sometimes things were not in this university. We had to ask other universities to give us copies. Here in Colombia, it was even harder. I remember going to the Biblioteca Central, Nacional, and there was no computers there. So I had to write all things. You laugh, but such was life. Okay? And you just wrote everything. Okay. So time changes, and today it's. So in this first year, we had 2 master students from Colombia, Germany, but no master student from Germany, Colombia. So the idea was basically that this exchange student should go to this summer school, get the credits from the course there, do a seminar, and afterward do a project. So they could earn in these 3-4 months at least 16 credits for the master studies there. But we couldn't convince anybody the first year. PhD student was okay, postdoc were also okay, professors were also okay, and international guests were always pleased to go somewhere, so it's fine. Okay, this was 2015. 16, the same thing, basically. But now with the course on scientific computing and visualization. So which is also, I think, a core module in such a master class. So again, it was quite well visited. There's a number of lectures, 48 is also okay, 21 participants. So this went quite well. We had this time one open tutorial, and we had at least 1 master student from Germany to Colombia. And it was a lady, and it was a lady from Nepal, which was doing their master course in Kazakhstan. You can imagine how this worked. So it was surprisingly good. So this young woman moved here well and defended quite well this semester and did master everything here. So this was
really nice. Fine, this was 16. 17, we did the course again, because basically the first version didn't fit as good as we thought. And I think you here wanted certain modifications, which were then done. Fine. This was the reason. Now we have also one master student from Germany, yeah. Again, England. Now from Iran. So we are trying to get you international as possible, you see. Okay. This was 2017. We had now the PhD students were finishing their PhD work, basically, so this was quite well. It did work quite well. It was Diana, which finished her PhD, and Sveta, who finished her PhD also this year. Yes, this year. Yeah. Yes. And this year, we wanted to introduce a new course, but we had the gout, as we say. The person which was supposed to give this course on video analytics, basically, and deep learning, got a position in a different university. We had no time to do our course. So we had to live with this. And we made only the seminar on scientific computing and visualization. And now we are in the last congress or in the last event of this cooperation. And I hope, in any case, that we are able to continue this collaboration in any case, maybe in a different way, maybe in a different setting, but in any case, the exchange of master students should continue. We have done this before without the idea. So we have enough possibilities of financing one semester for a student in Germany. The groups have enough possibilities to do this. The other way around, I would have the possibility of getting semesters in Los Andes. Maybe the DRG would finance this kind of stays. So I think for students who want to do one semester either at Kaiserslautern or in Los Andes, this can continue without any. PhD students, this will go on, so no problem. Professors are not needed anymore. So only older professors are needed, of course, in order to motivate. In order to motivate people to go on in this sense. So this was basically the whole. The results are basically 2 new courses, 4 international seminars, 39 exchange visits, which is quite a lot. Quite a lot. 2 students in the PhD program in Kaiserslautern, other 2 PhD students who finished, which were before. We saw here the committee and so on, 100. Also, some publications came out of this. Here, I did the main work, but it was fine because the idea was to give, to develop a method how to develop such kind of master courses in a way which should be well done. So these were the results. We learned, well, some things we didn't learn so good. The recruitment of students in Germany was hard, really. Oh, what happens? But this year we were at least very successful. We had 2 master students from Germany to Colombia, one sitting there, which is working, is running after, no, the robots are running after him, so it's the way around. And the other one was only for the summer school here, and so I hope that this will initiate really much more contact between for students who want to stay here. I will stay in Los Angeles. So the financial management of our partner institution, I know it quite well. It has been always very hard and very difficult. Managing money in such a university is, even in our university, not easy. So you have to fill everything. Visa requirements for students, for Colombian students to Germany, were sometimes difficult. So this is due to the situation you all know, so it's clear. And we would like more flexibility in the use of the finances, but this is not possible. So this is my resume, basically. We had a very nice page, which I would say, go to it, but what happened with it? It was destroyed last year. It had an accident, it is under reconstruction now. Because some universities, some computer centers don't make backups of the data, which is for computer scientists quite standard. So these are the ones who don't do it. Everybody else does it, but
That is very hard.
yes, I know. This is what I was telling you. Coordinating these two guys is quite hard. So thank you.
The more outstanding results is the scientific and the personal networking that we built in this year. And of course, your master to coordinate this. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for all of the participants. And maybe I would complement in order that the courses that we designed together become the regular courses here, and this joint work has impact not only here but in Castelllauten and in La UIS, in the different way that we address the teaching challenge of this kind of discipline. And the last things is the effort that we did to involve the industries. And this collaboration was successful enough to that the industry collaborate between them without us. It was a success too. Okay, I only to say very simply but very deeply that was for us a very interesting experience to work together, and I think that the results and the process is showing this work together. That is not very current.
No.
I'm very proud to work together.
Yes. Thank you.
El decano. El decano. Okay. Klaus stressed me. Oh. Okay, the formal invitation that you received for this international seminar say that Imagine team as 20 years old formal foundation in 2000. ached, and it's true. It's true. We have with this denomination we have 20 years old. 20 years ago, we decided to create a new research group after more or less 10 years that we built a big research group at the engineering school that was focused in design and manufacturing integrated by computer with different participation of at least 10 professors, regular participation of 20 master students. In this time, we have no doctoral program, and we decided to be more focused in our job. We conformed 3 different groups. The GIAP group, it's the more automatic and automation. It's, another one is PILO, the production and logistic, and our imaging team, the visual computing team. And at the beginning, I think in the 98, not 20, 98, we was together with Fernando de la Rosa, here, and after we had the privilege to hire Mr. Figueroa, Madame Hernandez, with some doubt to see if it was interesting to work with us, and we are very happy to be here. And currently we have 6 professors with John Alexis Guerra from Iceland, and very recently Sebastian, that is seeking to do a very high standard PhD program in the next years. And we have currently 6 PhD students, 20 Master of Science students, 20 senior undergraduate students. And as Marcela said before, and we need financial support, we need international partners, and we need, and we have, but we need more and more very good students in a stable position. And we are fighting to build it. And we discuss between the group member, we decided the best celebration of this 20th anniversary was to do this academic journeys with the very, as I said this morning, the dream team of visual computing in the world. We are very proud. I'm very happy too. Very proud to have us. And we have the maybe the illusion accomplished to feel that we play in first division, maybe in the consistent precision. Precision of first division, almost as Atlético Bucaramanga. It's a local. We have the privilege to have the presence of Alfonso Reyes, our dean of engineering school, former computing engineering too, and I invite him to say short sentences. And thank you very much to be here. Thank you very much for to be here, all of you. Yolanda Usa that just arrived and just for this moment. And we're very proud to have you here. Yes. You can see. Alfonso. The protocol here is very rigid.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody. Having achieved 20 years old for a group, it's, I think, quite an achievement. And also, I think it's important for the university, Los Andes in general, and for the engineering school in particular. So that's why I asked Tiberia for a brief slot of time to share with you some sentences that you just said. Every big achievement in technology always starts from small steps. Once the idea gets momentum, the challenge is to maintain the innovation pace. Imagine, it started 20 years ago with a small group of young people. I can see they are still young. That shared a common dream. They thought at a large scale, started small, but moved fast. And I think that is a recipe for success. Today is an important multidimensional research group with international recognition, and we just saw with many important results as well. To celebrate, we invited some of these international partners that have been with us the whole journey. I would like especially to thank Dr. Steven Feiner from Columbia University, Dr. Hans Hagen from Kaiserslautern, Dr. Frédéric Merien from Arts et Métiers, Paris Tech, Dr. Carolina Cruz Neira from Arkansas, Dr. Isabel Magnin from Creatis, Lyon, and Dr. José Tiberio Hernández, along with all his colleagues here at Los Andes, all built in these 2 decades a real, as Tiberio said, dream team of visual computing. With them, we made possible a shared vision. With them, we will build probably new realities. Thanks to them for their support, and thanks to all of you for being here sharing this celebration together. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Alfonso. Huh? Yes, I will invite John Alexis Guerra, perdón. And to prepare the organization of our next step in the journey, that is the poster session and the open lab. That is a very important moment to share together with the starting, that is the students that are doing the current work. Professor.
Professor. Okay, so we are going to try something kamikaze. So we're trying to give you a small idea of
all the different projects that are going to be presented 2 floors below this. So the first thing is going to be getting you there. But the idea is that we have many very interesting projects. So we are going to be doing a very quick, fast-forward presentation. For that, I want to invite everyone that is going to be presenting to stand up right now and to start making a line over there. So my fellow friends here are going to help you presenting. And basically, I want you to get in the order of the slides. So everybody has access to that. So just reorder yourselves on that. So, and to give you an idea, we are going to start with these posters. Each one of the posters, it's only going to have 30 seconds. And I have the first speaker here. Or they're not coming, or do you want to do that one? Or... Okay, so we can skip the ones that we don't have. So, but then for the ones that are here, we are going only to have 30 seconds, and then I want you to try to move as fast as we can. Are we all clear on the methodology? Okay, so we can start, and you can let me know, Marcela, which one will be the first. So we have some interesting posters in the whole idea of detection, supernovas, and other celestial objects that you can see in this poster. So more information in there. Do we have this one, Peter? No, no. Okay. So we also have segmentation for the also. So there is more information in there. Then let's go with Pablo's. Do we have 30 seconds?
Good morning. To succeed in our environments, we have developed a correct perception of our space, and our actions are calibrated with this perception. However, in virtual reality, we have now a great variety of different displays with different capabilities. And studies have shown that perception of distances is quite different depending on the display or depending on the spatial task. So I'm interested to analyze both these differences are produced and how we are able to transfer this spatial performance between displays.
Okay, so apart from that, we also have another amazing project from also Pablo's subgroup that it's learning facial identifications. I'm not sure if we even have a demo upstairs, so maybe Pablo can tell you a little bit more about that, and then another one. So, go.
My name is Snyder Belandia. During this semester, I work in development of interactive applications using the SDK of Kinect, and specifically, these applications use natural interface, and this improves this interface. Thank you.
Good. Perfect. Thank you. So now let's go with mobile robotics. People pursuing robots.
The name of my project is Human Recognition and System Motion Tracking for Service Robots. It's part of a bigger umbrella project where we want to create an autonomous host robot. The process will look like this. At the beginning, we have a user interaction where the robot can say, the guest can say where he wants to go. The robot will plan a path to the desired destination, and we'll guide the guest safely to this destination. Yeah, as you can guess from the title, my job is to know exactly where the person is, so we can react to the position of the person.
Perfect. Let's come back to
So, hi everybody, I'm from Paulo Redis. I'm working on supernova detection. So basically, what we're doing is taking this code, this pipeline, and we improve it with simple crucial elements. So we are able to detect supernovae on images from the biggest telescope that is going to be built in Chile in 2020. So basically, this is more or less the actual state of the current state of our developments.
Perfect. Good. Thank you very much. Your people for today. So there we go. seconds.
Hi, my name is Pablo Alvarado, and on my undergraduate thesis, I work on developing a software architecture for using mobile apps and UV3 mobile robots. The source work was defining the different components and the services that they hold.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Now we go.
Hi, my name is Juan Camilo, and I'm from Pablo Peláez Group. I work in the frontier between computer vision and natural language processing, and we developed a method for instant segmentation guided by some natural language queries. So given an image and given a query that refers to something in the image, we segment it. Thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Switch. All right. Slides in there, okay. Running through.
Hi. Imagine we can understand our brain. It's a very difficult thing to do because the brain is so complex. It's the more complex thing in the universe. But we can try. Our goal is to provide visual analytic tools to comprehend best our brain, our structure of the brain, volume, shape, and everything, and to give to the researchers tools to comprehend patterns and layers.
Perfect. Great. Thank you. So here, this is a different one. Okay, so I'm skipping that one. Here we go. Seconds.
My name is Meili Manegas, and this is a project we developed in the collaboration with Theo Kaiserslautern, where we try to analyze temporal data in manufacturing processes to identify and detect and prevent signal failure in manufacturing processes. We used a STRAD as a temporal visualization that was a project developed in the previous collaboration.
30 seconds.
Nowadays, BIM technology is used by architect and engineering, civil engineering for making buildings, and I have good tools for building that. But when they take decisions, sometimes they don't have the right tool, so we provide we propose an approach for using VR, using BIM data and maybe other sources of data, and so they can take good decisions.
Perfect. Good. Thanks. All right. So we don't have Camilo. So Camilo has been working on trying to figure out what are the best architectures for doing visual analytics applications and comparing different types of databases and models and running experiments and trying to see what's faster. So you can learn more about him. And I think he might come a little bit later. So there's a bit there. We have time. So 30 seconds.
So my name is Ortiz, and we tackle the problem of size versus representation. What happens when you have a large amount of data that does not fit in the amount of pixels that you have on the screen? So we develop a backend architecture that enables the user to summarize, explore, and navigate large amounts of data.
Perfect.
Hi everybody. My name is Fabio Lopez. My project is Biocycle. It's a visual analytics tool that allows bioinformatics, bioinformaticians to actually explore taxonomy of different comparison sequences. If you like biology or bioinformatics, it will be useful to you. But if you love visual techniques and web development, you'll love it too.
Perfect. Okay, so we don't have Andres. So Andres is working, as I mentioned earlier today, on the project of what do you do when you have a list of too many elements and you need to try to see what is or one way of navigating through those type of things. So basically he has crafted another widget that has that list and will let you know where you are in the list and where you want to go. Okay? Next one. Here we go. We don't have Felipe either. So Felipe is working on Shipyard, an evolution of our application that you can run to analyze your own data. he developed a new standalone version that will let you use more of the RAM of your machine. GPR usually uses only 200 megabytes, and that's the limit. Now that thing can run on 2, 3, 4 gigabytes of RAM, depending on how much you have, and it's also allowing you to explore networks. Around Nautilus.
Hello everyone, my name is Lady Pinzon and I have been working alongside John in a project related with visualizations, exploration and navigation of big datasets. To summarize, we built Nautilus, an application which offers a full-feeding data exploration and visualization experience by combining two libraries called Navio and Voyager. So today I want to invite you to know more about my project and ask all the questions that you want.
Perfect. Good. Thank you.
So hi, my name is Juan, and John and I have been working alongside Congreso Visible, which is an organization based here in the university, and we've been working so they have almost 10 years of data in very big silos, and we've been working towards making those accessible in a set of web-based visualizations that are like approachable and easy to understand.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Fabian, and first of all, we made a review in terms of what interactive and interpretable machine learning are, and we provide some guidance for designing more user-centric learning models. And in the second part, we do a case study from data in terms of public health and town planning. We try to interpret clustering and dimensionality reduction algorithms.
Hi, my name is Carlos Gonzalez, and so tactile graphics is one of the main ways we have for blind people to see images through their hands. So we implemented an app that uses machine learning algorithms to find good and bad tactile images and transform the bad ones into good ones.
Good afternoon, my name is Sebastian Vargas, working with Wilson Sarmiento right now. Our project aims to tackle, we want to generate an emotional response on the user based on the virtual environment we create. Then with the radar sensors we have placed on the user, we aim to use machine learning techniques to see if we can detect where these emotions were generated in the process. So I invite you for checking out the poster. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, my name is Sebastian Segada. Right now we're developing a simulator with virtual reality for the treatment of the patients with neurological fraction. So this simulator is basically a tool to reinforce the academic learning of the medical students to practice before treating a patient with this kind of pathology that is considered like a high-risk pathology based on the American Heart Association guidelines for the neurological fraction. So, thank you.
Okay, go.
Good afternoon, my name is Lina Vanessa. I'm from Javarena, Cali, and my work team have been working on computational strategy to improve the culture in Tumaco. And through using a marimba, through the computational strategy, could be air and VR. That's it.
Hello everyone, my name is Rodrigo Alanta. I'm an undergraduate and I'm also from Javarena, Cali. My team and I are working on like a mobile application for the Cali Zoo. So we're trying to find like a interactive way to transmit more information about the animals, the prisons. So it's more like
showing a 3D model of the animal and information about the habitat, diets, or places, how it moves, how it.
Go to the poster and see
Go to the
everything.
poster.
That was amazing. I want a round of applause for everyone. Yeah. So the next thing is that we need to organize because we are going to be doing two things. The first one, do you have a poster? But you've lost your chance. So we're going to divide ourselves in a way that we can be not saturating either the lab or still having good enough people for the different posters. So let's do this. I'm going to divide you in 3 groups. So everyone that is above this line is group 1. So what group are you? 1. Come on, that wasn't so. What group are you?
1.
I love teaching kids. They're great. So you guys are group 2. So what group are you?
2.
You? 1. 2. That's better. You guys are group 3. So the people in group 1, you're going to go to the lab, okay? And the rest, group 2 and 3, are going to go to the posters. And I'm going to go yelling at you and trying to hold your attention and letting you know when you need to switch. Okay. Okay, so in that case, let's send group 2 to the lab, or so let's go change of plans because I just realized, or not me, but you guys just realized that group 1 is mostly the poster presenters, which speaks really bad of you sitting in the back. So group 2 goes to the lab, okay? And group 1 and group 3 go to the posters. So 2 to the lab and 1 and 3 to the posters. So how do you get there? You exit the auditorium, make a left, make another left, and then you will see the stairs. So you have to go downstairs twice, and then you will find there like a big lobby where you can find the posters. In any case, like the people from the group are going to help you find there. So thank you very much. That's all I have. Oh yes, so after that we are going to have a glass of wine. You have to earn it. So you can hear reports on the posters. Con las personas que